Looking for the truth and the numbers don't have. Everybody claim to be great. No lie. Stop. With the roof. The groom from the womb came out. In the speeding bullet. Stop playing with the exactly. You ain't built like that. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that away. My heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm...
We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. With a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
To throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And good pressure defensively. Flag to go with it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
The Patriots send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Way to go, baby!
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Justin Tucker lining up for the end.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run for an offense that has not found the end zone yet.
Right there, the big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik Harrison came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The throw over the middle, taken in. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
To number 17.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
2nd and 5. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be the 2. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On first down, Dobbins, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Allen Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's 2nd down.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and create.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Oh, and this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Patriots 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Right back to Dobbins on first. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's a gain of
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Dobbins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
To throw is Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. And going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. Back now in Baltimore. New England on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 17 yards out. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. This offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, When they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. One more time with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 23 here on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. I mean, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the play.
At the 28-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's doing it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. It'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And this is secured by the Patriots. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for New England, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.